coming back, yeah, that's a fact.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Pitching it out to Gibson. A nice little juke. Taken down at the 42. You talk about this Lions defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 3. They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
13 yards there at a Washington first. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Down the sideline he goes.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Tua sets up to pass it. This is caught. touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. You talk about this Washington defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this is taken at the 23. Well, nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Looking to pass, Tua. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd down and 6 now. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Harrison. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On second down, a run with Gibson. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Tua going to throw. Flushed out right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
We go tonight. Tiger.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a good push up front. He's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Tua being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're actually supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's gone. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He's got this to Williams, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Back to Gibson and another catch for it. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
At the 32-yard line.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Tua. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Tua now on 1st down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This one left side caught by Gibson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Flush to his right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 and now, 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Ooh, the juke. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to pass. Tua. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one downfield for Dotson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 31 yards. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass.
Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this way. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Goff on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On the counter, Gibson. There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 109 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now Tua. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson from 6 yards away. And the Commanders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score. Commanders 31, Lions nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Goff now to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Goff on first down.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hey, 5.
On second down, here's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jared Patterson, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Goff looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. And quickly they get to the line.
A gain of 21 yards.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Goff.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
25 yards. First down, Lions.
Again, Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Goff looking to change the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 19-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A handoff for Gibson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team. Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's Gibson on the read option, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. Breaks through the contact. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of confidence.